At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger. And future stronger you can get started now by saving $28 or more when you join today. You in? We have all the best-in-class equipment you could ever need to keep stepping it up. And you can work out your way on your time at any convenient location near you. Most open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 31st. See Home Club for details.
To make switching to the new Boost Mobile risk-free, we're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
So why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Because you have nothing to lose. Boost Mobile is offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
No, I asked why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Oh.
Wouldn't.
Because you love wasting money as a way to punish yourself because your mother never showed you enough love as a child?
Whoa. Easy there.
Yeah.
Applies to online activations. Requires port in and auto pay. Customers activating in stores may be charged non-refundable activation fees.
The NFL playoffs are better with FanDuel because right now new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets. Guaranteed. That's $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. 21 plus and present in select states. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
A Cold Case. I'm Jason Horton.
I'm Rebecca Lieb.
And this is Ghost Town.
On the morning of November 29th, 1970, two girls and their father were out hiking in the foothills of Norway, close to Bergen, in an area known as Isdalen, or Ice Valley. To their shock and horror, they noticed the burned body of a woman wedged between a pile of large rocks. As they moved to alert authorities, what this family didn't realize was that their discovery would inspire a dialogue spanning over 50 years and with numerous theories, becoming one of the most famous and bizarre true crime phenomena in Norwegian history, the case of the Isdal woman, or the Ice Valley Mystery. Before we begin, you should know that this area of Isdalen itself is not for the faint of heart. According to an article called Death and Secrets in Ice Valley, quote, "The Isdalen Valley is an unforgiving place. It sits in the shadow of the largest of a group of mountains overlooking the Norwegian city of Bergen, its rocks whipped bare of grass by bracing winds." By bracing winds. Isdalen was also nicknamed Death Valley due to the area's history of suicides in the Middle Ages, and has a history of fatal hiking accidents. With this as our backdrop, let's get back to November 29th, 1970. As the 12-year-old, her 10-year-old sister, and their father realized what they were looking at, they of course went straight to the Bergen police, who launched a full-scale investigation of what they would file as case name 134/70. Case 134/70 began with a puzzling crime scene. According to investigator Carl Halvor Aas, one of the first people at the location, you didn't notice the body initially, but the smell, a strong smell of burnt flesh. Approaching the victim, identified as female, Aas noticed that the body lay on its back, her arms pulled into her torso and her fists clenched in the air. This is known as the boxer position, a common stance for burned bodies. The body was burned all over the front, Aas said, including, quote, the face and most of her hair, but strangely it was not burnt on her back. Quote, it looked like she had thrown herself back from a fire, he says, adding that she was so badly burnt that they could not imagine what she originally looked like. Also, there was no evidence of an actual fire. Located near the body, and somewhat charred themselves, were an empty bottle of St. Halvard liquor, 2 plastic water bottles, a plastic passport holder, rubber boots, a sweater, a scarf, nylon stockings, an umbrella, a watch, 2 earrings, a ring, a purse, and a matchbox. Around the body were traces of burnt paper, and beneath the body was a fur hat, which was later found to have traces of gasoline. Perhaps most strangely of all of these strange things, all identifying marks and labels on these items had been removed or rubbed off, And again notes Oss, quote, "The placement and location of the objects surrounding the body were strange. It looked like there had been some kind of ceremony," he would later say. When the coroner's report came back, it communicated a grim end to this yet identified woman's life. Deposits in her esophagus indicated that she was burned alive and had died of carbon monoxide poisoning. The woman's neck was bruised, possibly from a fall or a blow. Analysis of the woman's stomach contents revealed that she had ingested up to 80 Phenomol brand sleeping pills not long before her death, as her bloodstream hadn't fully absorbed the pills in their entirety. It was not clear whether she had swallowed the pills willingly or not, but at this point, of course, her death seemed likely to be a suicide. Police issued an appeal for eyewitnesses, saying that, based on the information they had gathered, the woman was about 5 feet 5 inches with, quote, "long brownish black hair, a small round face, brown eyes, and small ears. She appeared to be between the ages of 25 and 40 and wore her hair, quote, in a ponytail tied with a blue and white print ribbon at the time of her death." Without a name, the woman became known as the Isdal woman. The first break in the case came 3 days later from a train station storage facility in Bergen. There, 2 unclaimed suitcases were found and examined by police. It was strongly suspected that these 2 teal parcels belonged to the Isdal woman, as her fingerprints would be found on some of the items inside. The Isdal woman's suitcases seemed to provide more questions than answers. Inside, Norwegian police found 500 Deutschmark notes, 135 Norwegian kroner, non-prescription glasses, wigs, eczema cream, clothing and shoes, makeup, numerous maps and train timetables, and a notepad. All items were missing labels and identification. Authorities also discovered a sheet in the notepad that seemed to contain something very bizarre. A cipher. In blue ink, the page was covered in combinations of numbers and letters, broken into columns by hand-drawn squiggly lines. Police jumped on this code, hoping it would lead to some information about this woman's death. Then, some locals did come forward, recalling a woman who fit the description, shopping and staying in a local hotel in the weeks and months prior to her death. She was eventually tracked to room 407 of the Hotel Hordeman, where she was last seen alive on November 23rd. Staff said that the woman kept mainly to her room and seemed to be on guard. When she checked out, she requested a taxi and paid her bill in cash, signing the bill as Elizabeth Lienhauer. According to the hotel, she would have had to produce a valid passport at some point, and, upon signing out, said that her birthday was 1945 and her birthplace as Austin, a coastal city in Belgium. And then she was gone. Police were also eventually able to decode the notepad entries and determined that the numbers indicated dates and places that the woman had visited. Police investigators determined that the woman had traveled around Norway, Oslo, Trondheim, Stavanger, and Europe in Paris. From there, they could track down the hotels the Isdal woman stayed at, and at those hotels, authorities found that she had at least 8 fake passports and aliases. While details such as birthdays and occupations changed from one form to another, she consistently gave her nationality as Belgian. The forms were filled out in either German or French. It was also learned that the Isdal woman, who identified herself to staff as either a traveling saleswoman or an antiques dealer, was known to be a bizarre guest, changing rooms after checking in, putting a chair in the hallway as soon as she left the room, and carrying it back inside when she returned. Finally, 3 eyewitnesses reported that she had met with an unknown man on several occasions in Bergen in the days before her death. As composite sketches circulated Europe, witnesses who believed they encountered her mentioned that she spoke English, German, Flemish, and many say that the woman was attractive, kind of exotic looking, and smelling like garlic. They also said that she had a noticeable gap between her upper front teeth. Perhaps more prominently, the dark-complexioned woman often wore a blonde wig. With all of these leads and information, names, whereabouts, travel plans, authorities reasoned the Isdal woman would surely be identified. Unfortunately, that would not be the case. Let's take a break.
To make switching to the new Boost Mobile risk-free, we're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
So why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Because you have nothing to lose. Boost Mobile is offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
No, I asked why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Oh.
Wouldn't.
Because you love wasting money as a way to punish yourself because your mother never showed you enough love as a child?
Whoa, easy there.
Yeah.
Applies to online activations. Requires port in and auto pay. Customers activating in stores may be charged non-refundable activation fees.
The NFL playoffs are better with FanDuel because right now new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, guaranteed. That's $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. 21 plus and present in select states. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The new Boost Mobile network is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month for life.
That sounds like a threat.
Then how do you think we should say it?
Unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month for the rest of your life?
I don't know.
Until your ultimate demise.
What if we just say forever?
Okay.
$25 a month, forever.
Get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month with Boost Mobile forever.
After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
The NFL playoffs are better with FanDuel because right now new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, guaranteed. That's $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. 21 plus and present in select states. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, hello, how are you?
Hello.
How are you doing?
How's it going out there?
We're checking in.
This is the check-in. This is it.
Just realized something
What?
as we were recording this episode.
You didn't.
Our
you
Friday.
Didn't press, you didn't
I never
press
press record. I never press record.
Never do that.
You know, you don't even know if these episodes exist, do
No
you?
idea.
You would have
Where
no
am
clue.
I?
Well, I'll tell you what.
What?
Even one slipped by me. The Friday episode we did for last Friday did not publish.
Uh-oh.
I'm just realizing that now. I was like, wait, what's going on? Almost 600 episodes.
We've never missed one until.
Not that I don't think, as far as I know.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering. I was like, wait, why is this? We switched over to a new platform, which you don't care about. Maybe not that long ago, maybe a few months ago, and it's just not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same, and for some reason, did not publish. It's just still just sitting there.
Oh, so people weren't up in arms, I guess.
It's just the whole episode is just our personal information and the password to look at all our nudes.
Yeah, good. You want those?
It's
You guys
not
want
really.
those.
Yeah, that's you want to get your hands. It's all that episode was. You're probably not.
Yeah, it was
interested in that.
nothing. It was nothing.
Yeah, that's not.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I mean, I wouldn't know because I don't know where I am most of the time.
Yeah.
But you've said that we've never missed an episode.
Our government.
I like them.
Yeah.
I like what they're doing. I like where their head's at.
Yeah. We have some mayors that they also made some podcast episodes that didn't get released. Did you know that?
What?
Yeah.
Well, what?
Once upon a time, they made a few mistakes.
Oh, no. Not they make mistakes? I don't believe it.
I mean, once upon a time, this is
Okay.
not.
This is not current like our episodes.
No.
Got it.
This mayor forgot to drop the episode, The Cookie Monster Chronicle.
What? It's a 17-part series.
It's a 17-part series. It's about
They got Cookie Monster.
Somebody that they were like, oh, looks a lot like Cookie Monster, but it was a serial killer that just left trails of cookies.
Oh.
It turned out to be very dark.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it was dark and disgusting and left like cookie.
But they did get Cookie Monster to sit down for an interview.
Allegedly. Well, who dropped the ball on that one? Ashley Matson.
Hello.
This mayor forgot to drop an episode.
The
Fourth Eye.
What happened to the third? Where's the fifth?
Boring. Who cares? The third eye. The fourth eye? Oh, it's mystical. It's weird.
Where?
It's like having a Bermuda Triangle on your face. It's great.
I wish you'd release that episode
Nope,
so I could
drop
listen it.
the ball. That's Cat Joselle.
Hello.
This mayor forgot to drop an episode of a product. We know, like, talk about failed products. This car called the Dumpton.
The Dumpton?
I think it was like Nissan back in like 1989 called the Dumpton.
Wow.
Did not do well.
Wow.
The name didn't test well. And the car just looked like a Dumpton. It was like, shake your rump in this Dumpton. Didn't sell.
Huh. Wow.
I forgot to drop the episode. Kelly Meehan.
Hello.
This mayor forgot to drop an episode. The mysterious case of Christy Turdlington. Now, stop. You've heard of Christy Turlington.
I was just gonna
Not
say.
the same.
No.
A totally different
No.
person. Just has a similar
No.
name, not a model.
Turdlington.
Christy.
This is an old college roommate.
It's just a rando. A total rando from like Ohio. Okay? Forgot to drop the episode, but it was a mystery and it was Christy Turdlington. It's Casey Weber.
Hello.
Oh, this is a dark one. The mayor forgot to drop.
Already. Wow.
Forgot to drop. World War II. The whole thing. That's what it's
Big
titled.
old WW11.
The whole darn thing.
Wow.
Long episode.
Long episode. Weird.
Went through all the work.
A lot of work.
Forgot.
6 months of work.
Didn't upload. It's
Damn.
Matthew Clemens Leray.
Hello.
And this mayor forgot another one of a movie that didn't do well. Did a little deep dive on it. It was called Christy Turdlington, the movie.
Whoa.
They did a movie version
Wow.
of this rando person from Ohio.
Wow. She's getting a lot of coverage.
Not really, because they're not dropping the episodes.
Yeah, but they did the work.
They did the work.
They did the work. But
they're
who's
on the
gonna see
radar.
the work. Yeah.
That's Mercer Rothermel.
Hello.
This mayor did one on another product, did not do well. We'll never even know what the product was supposed to be because it's so vague. It's Splork, and it ends with a question mark. So even
Splork?
in the title, they're like, is this what we're selling?
What is this?
We
You
don't even
tell
know.
us
Just-
when you buy it.
But just buy it. Therefore, it didn't sell well.
Oh.
They forgot to drop the episode.
Hmm.
Chris Hernandez.
Hello.
And then our governor didn't forget to drop any episode.
No.
Has it sitting in drafts.
She knows.
The title of the episode? The answer to everything, parentheses, literally. Has it all. Has it all. Is in contact with the powers that be. Answering every single question. Has it in a podcast episode. Ready to give it to the world. But knows darn well.
She's like, I don't need
I can press publish now whenever I want.
Yeah.
But I won't.
When you're ready, the episode will drop.
And
But
you'll
are we ready?
You'll never be ready.
No.
You don't want the answers to that question.
Yeah.
Well, that would be our governor,
Avian Noble.
If you want no ads, no chit chat, bonus episodes, 7 days free, head on over to patreon.com/ghosttownpod. We should have a new episode, bonus episode up shortly.
Yeah.
I'll get back into it.
Let's do it. Despite significant resources deployed by the Norwegian police, the Isdal woman's case went cold. In February 1971, authorities concluded that she had died by suicide by ingestion of sleeping pills and closed the case. The woman's burial happened shortly thereafter, though she was put in a non-decompostable zinc coffin and her dental work retained, just in case a new lead happened to come along. Harold Osland, one of the investigators, had a hard time letting the case of the Isdal woman go. Quote, "My father could never put this case away. He never could accept that they had to close down the case." Many speculations around the Isdal woman at the time included her being a spy, given the context of the Cold War and that Norway had experienced other strange disappearances in the 1960s, close to military installations, which were eventually traced back to international espionage. The declassified records of the Norwegian armed forces also revealed that many of the woman's movements seemed to correspond to top-secret trials of the Penguin missile, an early 1960s Norwegian defense research establishment project with financial support from the U.S. and West Germany. A fisherman is also reported to have seen the woman in the area of the Penguin missile testing. As the years went by, more people stepped forward. While the taxi driver who took the woman from the hotel to Bergen railway station was never found, in 1991, a taxi driver wishing to remain anonymous said that after picking up the unknown woman at the hotel, they were joined by another man for the ride to the train station. In 2005, a Bergen resident who was 26 in 1970 told a local newspaper that after seeing the composite sketch circulated, he had seen the Isdal woman 5 days before her body was discovered, hiking in Ice Valley. He remembers the woman dressed lightly, with a sad or resigned air to her. Perhaps more importantly, walking ahead of her were two men wearing coats. He went to someone he knew at the police station to report this strange incident, but he was told to forget about it. Forensic doctor Inge Morlid, who inherited the Isdal woman files during its cold case years, was told the jaw kept from the Isdal woman's body had been, quote, thrown away because it was smelling. And yet, Professor Morlid found the jaw deep in a cellar in Haukeland University Hospital's forensic archives. This find gave the case an official opportunity to be reopened, which it was in 2016. In this new incarnation of the case, a new composite sketch was created, and an isotopic analysis of the woman's jawbone was performed. Isotopic analysis is particularly fascinating to me, as it can take a bone and, through a panel of minerals, acids, and chemical elements, actually tell what parts of the world the bone originated, spent time in, and where it lay post-mortem. In any case, the isotopic analysis of the Isdal woman showed that she had been born around 1930, plus or minus 4 years, in or around Nuremberg, Germany, but had moved to France or the France-Germany border as a child. While suicide theories were technically still in play, many now believed that she was a spy, a sex worker, or a criminal killed by those coming after her for whatever reason. Well-known Swiss forensic psychiatrist Frank Urbaniak, who studied the case files, concluded that, quote, suicide is very unlikely. A great deal here indicates the involvement of a third party. Crime recorder Knut Havik is also someone who never fully accepted the suicide explanation for the case. Quote, personally, I'm totally convinced that this was a murder, Havik said. She had various identities. She operated with codes. She wore wigs. She traveled from town to town and switched hotels after a few days. This is what the police call conspiracy behavior. In 2019, after a publication of an article in the French newspaper Le Républicain Lorraine, a resident of the French community of Forbach came forward, claiming to have had a relationship with the Isdal woman in the summer of 1970. According to this informant, the woman was a polyglot with a Balkan accent who often dressed herself up to look younger than her age, refused to share personal details, and often received scheduled phone calls from abroad. Looking through the woman's belongings, the informant found various wigs, colorful clothes, and a photograph of the woman riding a horse. Suspecting that she was in fact a spy, he considered contacting the authorities but was afraid to do so. On June 12, 2023, an article in Neue Zürcher Zeitung suggested that the Isdal woman may have had connections with the Swiss banker François Genot, and that Norwegian intelligence service interfered with local police investigations. The newspaper sourced this suggestion to a professional fact-checker, who remained anonymous, may have had connections to the notorious Swiss banker François Genot, and that Norwegian intelligence service interfered with local police investigations to protect Genot and their own investigation. The newspaper sourced the suggestion to a, quote, professional fact-checker who remained anonymous. Tips are still coming in about this case, which goes to show that Norway's population still wants answers on the enigmatic Isdal woman. Quote, in Norway, this case is a big enigma for people. There's a lot of people who want some sort of closure in the case, said journalist Stal Hansen, who is keeping up with DNA developments in the case. If someone in her close family is in a DNA registry somewhere, we will get a hit. That would be really exciting. The Isdal woman case has been a Norwegian mystery for almost 50 years. Unlike most cases, I can certainly imagine its solution might be just as exciting as its bizarre and elusive investigation.
To make switching to the new Boost Mobile risk-free, we're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
So why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Because you have nothing to lose. Boost Mobile is offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
No, I asked why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Oh.
Wouldn't.
Because you love wasting money as a way to punish yourself because your mother never showed you enough love as a child?
Whoa, easy there.
Yeah.
Applies to online activations. Requires port in and auto pay. Customers activating in stores may be charged non-refundable activation fees.
This is Paige DeSorbo from Giggly Squad. Opill is a game changer for sexual reproductive health. They're the first over-the-counter daily birth control pill available in the U.S. Finally, the days of needing a prescription to get birth control are over. Opill is FDA approved, no prescription needed, full prescription strength, estrogen-free, and available online and at most major retailers. So when there's no prescription, no appointment, there's no hassle. No more waiting at the doctor's office to get a prescription. Opill will be easily accessed over the counter, in store, or online, and will be ready for when you need it. Opill is available online and at most major retailers. Use code GIGGLY for 25% off your first month of Opill at opill.com.
The NFL playoffs are better with FanDuel, because right now new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, guaranteed. That's $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. 21 plus and present in select states. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.